Hello, everyone, and welcome to the What Are You Watching podcast. I have some amazing guests with me today. We have the current AEW World Tag Team Champions, a pair of AEW originals, and I will say the party boys of All Elite Wrestling, Private Party. Thank you so much for joining me today.
I like that.
Well, of course, I mean, I think of you guys. There's a couple things I think of. I think of your amazing entrance music shots. I'm so happy. I was just at World's End to hear that at a crowd. Like, oh my goodness. And I think of you guys as some of, and I mean this nicely, the most New York wrestlers I can ever think of. Can you
Oh,
guys
that's
tell me
great.
a little bit about representing New York and what it is to be that as a tag champion and as just like two young black men, two young black New Yorkers in AEW and doing it so well? Can you talk to me about that a little bit?
I think honestly, I feel like the representation, besides Eddie Kingston, the representation of New York has been lost, right? And I feel like well, I can't speak for Quinn, but I'm trying to bring that back. That's why if you saw the promo package that we did for Rampage, at New Year's Smash, that was like not really all of New York, but the gist of it summed up of New York, you know?
Yeah, because we're the city boys. Because if you look at the roster, it's full of New Yorkers.
Oh yeah.
New Yorkers is like that's wrestling.
Yeah.
I think they say like North Carolina's wrestling country. I think it's New York.
Yeah, I think we're taking it over. And like I think it's very important to represent a place like New York because New York is the best city in the world. And that's just my opinion, but I think it's the best place to be at. So it was very important for us to represent New York and still represent New York to whatever we're doing.
Wait, if you feel that way, why did you leave? I just put them aside.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, I saw that too. He said, hold on real quick. No,
That's
as a
crazy.
as a Florida person, I'm representing anywhere else but Florida. So I'm like, you know what? Let me claim New York a little bit right now. Thank you
No,
guys.
Oh,
hey, but the only thing I don't agree with New York is New York prices. The price to live in New York is ridiculous. So it's like, think about this. Would I rather pay 2,000 for a nice, to rent a nice house, or would I rather pay 2,000 to rent a studio in the city? Which one makes sense?
I don't know, but your jackets cost more than that. So
That is true.
what are you getting at?
That is true. But hey,
You are getting clocked today, Zay, man.
I know, right? That's crazy. That's what about a tag team partner. That's crazy.
No, I want to say also congratulations on a great 2024. You guys are entering this year with such a good thing. We have a match coming up on Collision. Tell me about, Quen, tell me about that a little bit. Entering this year and as tag champions about to face off against two pretty great foes as well.
I would say, let me just rewind a little bit to last year when we didn't have the belts. What was that line you said on the microphone?
New year, new champs.
And that's exactly how we ended the year. And now going in this year as new champs, new year, I feel like it's everything. It's everything. It's the best. It's the best. And looking forward to facing Action and Leo. But to me, if you ask me right now, they're trying to establish themselves as tag wrestlers. But I look at them as great single wrestlers. They're stepping into our world. And you know what? They're not ready. They're not ready. We know the outcome. They're not ready.
Yeah.
Ooh, you transitioned to my next question so good. You guys are tag wrestlers. I mean, capital T tag wrestlers. I think you guys are so good.
But you're a tag
with
wrestler?
no, I'm saying you guys are like,
You said like
I no, I was saying like from my end, you guys are just such great capital tag wrestlers. Can you talk to me about being a tag wrestler and working with teams so well? Zay, tell me about that a little bit about just blending with these teams and what do you think that magic is?
That's a great question. I just feel like it's all about how we complement each other, if that makes sense. There's guys that have different styles. Like, for example, let's say FTR. FTR is a very old school type of wrestling, and we're like kind of like high flyers or, flashy kind of wrestling. So to see those two kind of styles clash and create some magic, I think that's the best part of tag team wrestling. To see different types of style. And plus, there's four people in the ring, there's so much stuff that you could create versus us 2-on-2 or a regular match. There's four people that can create some spectacular stuff.
Well, Quinn, he just talked about, chemistry with the other, people you're facing off against. Tell me about a moment where you realized you and Zay were like them boys, where you guys were just like we're getting along. We blend so well together because again, your chemistry together, I think, is out of this world.
Oh, I think it was like first weeks I met him at training.
Yeah,
We were doing tag moves and we were not like talking. And it was just like me testing him. Like I would set a guy up and see what he'd do. And it was just like, oh, that's what I was thinking. So it was like we knew like right then and there, that's what it's gonna be.
for sure.
I mean, I love to hear that. It's just that bond that you guys we can feel it watching. We can feel you guys just legitimately being friends. Like, there's just a good vibe there. So the whole point of this show is asking you guys, what are you watching? I know you guys are busy. I mean, Zay, you have a YouTube series you're doing as well. But what do you guys get to do when you're unwinding? What do you guys watch? What do you guys listen to?
So honestly, I only listen to music if I'm either working out, if I'm cleaning, or I'm on a plane. I don't listen to music just to listen to music. Like I got to be doing something productive to listen to music. But what I'm listening to, like I said, I like a whole bunch of music. My music taste is very versatile. Like I could listen to rap, and listen to pop, listen to R&B, listen to rock. It's just all over the place. But right now, according to Apple Music, my most played artist is Drake, followed by Travis Scott, followed by Kid Cudi. So that's the most listened artist of 2024.
What about you for you, Quen?
I would say for me, growing up, I didn't have the attention span to sit through a movie. But now I do. So like I try to watch movies in the theaters. And lately the ones that have been catching my eye is the musicals. And if you ask me, I think the Color Purple, Mean
The
Girls.
new one.
Yeah.
Color Purple is good.
Yeah, the Color Purple Mean Girls, I think they're better than the original ones. Because I love
Ooh,
and then
bold take. Oh, I
um
like it. I like it. Oh, I'm on a whole musical conversation with you one day. That's great.
okay, and then and I just seen Mufasa.
Oh, what'd you think of Mufasa?
I saw it.
Oh, you don't like about my brother that song.
Oh, no, that's the best thing. Yeah, that's just that song and the it's time to go bye bye. That's
Yeah, it's some of those things that get stuck in your head, those kind of hooks. I mean, that goes to me thinking of your entrance music.
I always wanted a brother. That's a, yeah. Okay.
No, I love thinking of your entrance music and what you guys were able to kind of do with music as a thing. Well, how important is that vibe, that atmosphere? You guys have switched music recently back as well. Do you think that is a big important thing of kicking off your match with kind of a banger?
Let me hit this because I don't know if you remember our first theme song. It was like this rock like kicking the door, let's go.
Yeah, like Little John.
And I don't know, Isiah really couldn't vibe with it. He couldn't. And he made it known. So when we got to shots, he's actually the what do you call it?
Producer.
The choreographer.
Producer. So
And you made the dance.
yeah, so the thing about shots is I got a couple of my friends do music in high school, and I always envision, like, I always love how crowd participates in songs.
You were amateurs?
No. Well, I guess.
Wow.
So they're my friends from high school who created the song,
Still a good
who
song.
made the song. Like, it was like a family project because I know the DJ, well, the producer, the actual producer who like made the beat, and the guys that rapped on it are actually three of my best friends. And I remember, like, I wanted fans to chant like, and I have a catchy theme song. And I remember, like, obviously we did the party stuff, and I'm like, shots, shots, shots. And I remember I have the voice note. One day I'm gonna release it. I remember telling my boy who did the chorus, I'm like, yo, I just want you to say shot, shot. And the Alex like, what we want? And like, and yeah, the rest was history.
Oh,
But
that
we actually recently just changed our theme song, and we went back to it.
From Flexing.
Yeah, I feel like for a little while, shots was like, it got played out to me. And we needed something fresh, especially of us coming off of a storyline with John Moxley, and like, you want to show like a different side of us, to be more serious. And I feel like obviously we can still accomplish that with shots, but I just wanted to be something different. I always want to switch it up. I'm always here for change.
I love change.
Yeah, so we wanted to do something different. But it's one of those things where you can't deny it. You gotta listen to the fans, and the fans want the shots. So the fans want shots, we get them shots.
I mean, being there, like I said, at World's End, hearing shots, like I was just like, this is just the vibe. And I mean, your guys' entrance is great. It feels I mean, going back to Zay's great moans too. I missed that. I was just watching clips back in the day, a couple of like the one with Kenny. Oh, one of those great moments.
Hey, that was one of the highlights of my career.
Because we definitely are.
I remember going through it and like not going through it, but like it's one of those around that time when I was with Matt, Ethan. It was one of those times where I literally said, you know what, I'm just gonna have fun and I'm not gonna care what I do because I feel like a lot of people like they put too much pressure and too much focus on what they do, which is not a bad thing. But to me personally, I was at a time period where obviously Quen was going, and I was just trying stuff, and I just want to be like, let me just be myself, and that's something I do like off camera with my friends. And I remember I tell Kenny, I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna moan in your ear, and I remember the Bucks and everybody who was doing that stuff, they laughed. So when they laughed, I'm like, oh yeah, we got this, and we filmed it. And then next thing you know, I checked my phone and it blew up crazy because it was so unexpected. Like nobody expected me to moan in Kenny's ear, and I definitely paid the price that Rampage when we faced them in a 6-man tag because they cooked me.
No, I mean it's a great nostalgic thing. I'm going back and on Max now, watching 2019 and seeing you guys all over that as well, and seeing you guys grow to where you are now. Like Zay, I love watching your YouTube channel grow. Can you tell me a little bit about being an editor and now vlogging and capturing you in some amazing Daniel Garcia moments as well?
First of all, I'm gonna put out like I think I am a horrible editor. I think I really need to get better because I did have an editor one time, but like she just stopped doing it for some reason and she left me to do the dirty work. So I just put it out there. But yeah, honestly, I feel like around the time when I first started vlogging, I feel like we wasn't able to showcase ourselves, and I wanted people to like know me for who I am. And I remember I was like, I'm just gonna vlog, and I want people to know who, like, I want them to see my authentic self. And actually, I think me making a vlog helped me a lot because if you obviously, the person that's on the vlog is the person that's on the TV, and that same person is, that's just the real me. And I wanted people to like know me for me, and that was the goal of the vlog. And like anybody who else comes on the vlog, I wanted to like show their authentic selves as well, like a DG, And the dance started on the vlog, and next thing you know, I told them, yo, you start doing it on TV, and look at it, it blew up, So very thankful for making that vlog.
It's perfect. It's one of my favorite things to catch every now and then. So Quen, I have one last question for you guys. I loved 2024 in AEW. It's one of my favorite years for the company. Besides your amazing runs as tag champs now, what was one of your favorite matches from 2024 outside of yourself? Was there a match that you saw that was just someone on the roster put on that you were like, well, goddamn, like, what was that? Good job.
Oh, not counting Osprey. Not counting none that he does.
I'm gonna count Osprey.
No, you're gonna count.
I got 2 matches in mind.
No, you can't count them. That's cheating.
Wow, it's crazy. I was about to say 2 matches and both of them just included him.
That's why I said that's cheating.
Damn, that's
crazy.
That's how good he is.
You
That's
cannot
insane.
use him. You can't use him. A match without Osprey.
A match without Osprey? Okay.
Well, I will say some of my Swerve. I mean, last year was a great year for Swerve.
Swerve and Hangman last year?
Yes. Oh, that yeah, it was last year, Full Gear. No, I'm lying. It wasn't.
Page.
That was 2023. Sorry.
Well, last year, didn't we like stab someone through the cheek last year though?
That match.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that match was just one of those moments where I was like, I love Swerve, but he's so terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the way that ended too was good.
I mean, you guys just have to say it. What's the matches with Osprey then?
No, you can't. No,
I'm gonna say it. I'm about him. I think
Mercedes and Stat.
that was a good one. Yeah, that was a great one. I think honestly, so I don't watch a lot of matches in my lifetime. But when I saw Osprey versus Brian, that match, like it did something for me because I'm like, no way, like they're going crazy. Like I felt it. Like there was that one moment where It's like like that movie. I mean, so that match made me feel like I was watching a movie because
Hmm.
this is one moment where they was Brian was in one corner, Osprey was on corner, and they was just like getting ready to like clash, like what I mean, like on some Godzilla and King Kong, and just that moment right there, and the fans going crazy, and you see their faces, they're getting aggressive and shaking their head. I'm like, wow, this is unbelievable. And I think the second match was with
Let me try to top that one.
yeah.
Because Swerve and Brian.
That was
Actually, maybe
that's
take-
mine.
maybe maybe we should take Brian out because now
Yeah.
Swerve and Brian. Because
Sir Brian was great too.
when he hit him with the knee and then
Yeah.
it knocked him into the
And
corner,
just
he
Yeah.
brushed it off. That's
oh,
when
Yeah.
he became final boss. I was just
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
Swerve's the man now.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
that's amazing. I thank you guys for suggesting those. I mean, I can't wait to be able to look back on Max of the 2024 catalog because it was a year. I'm going through 2019 right now, having a blast with that. But 2024, I'm also a soft spot for 2020. The pandemic era for AEW, I thought slapped a little bit too. So I can't wait to go back with that and journey back. So thank you guys for taking some time out of your day and speaking with me. And I cannot wait to see your tag match on Collision this week.